today's podcast, we probably have done the most preparation work out of all podcasts we've done so far. What do you think about that?
That sounds about right.
Trick question. You're not supposed to speak until I ask you how you were doing.
No, you said I wasn't supposed to talk until you asked me a question.
Until I gave you...
You did not specify what the question was.
I said until you got the cue. And you know what the cue is by now. We've done like 20 videos. Alright.
We've done over 30.
Done over 30?
We have uploaded over 30 as a matter of fact. And we have a backlog of probably about 20.
Not
videos
that many, but alright, okay. Let's try this again, yeah, shall we? Man, it's getting there. At some point, he'll learn it. Alright. So, JJ, we done a lot of prep work for this podcast, so what do you think about that? That's better. Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
For some reason. And what do you think about all the prep work we've done?
Yeah, I mean, we often have topics that we prep for, but I feel like this did involve a lot of prep.
Been a while, right? Halftime show included.
Although, last time we talked about SummerSlam, I'm pretty sure we also did about as much prep work.
Yeah, because we did pre-predictions, and that was more creative stuff than it was this time.
Yeah, but hey, people that talk about wrestling do prediction videos, and we don't do prediction videos, but we need podcast topics.
Yeah, but
so
we also do reviews, right?
Yeah.
And the podcast is supposed to be based around common interests of ours. Which
there aren't many.
Which we kind of exhausted after, the second podcast. So, it would be wrestling, Rick and Morty, kind of, sort of, and music.
And science, but there's not a lot to talk about in podcast fashion.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to know more science stuff, hit us up. We are always interested to do science videos. We'll put in that work, no problem. Okay, so first topic, get us into it.
First topic, as I've already kind of teased, SummerSlam predictions.
Kind of dropped it, alright.
And discussing the build-up thus far.
We got
I guess the build-up is done, because SummerSlam is literally this weekend.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night. So we got a lot of matches. So, it's 13 on the card.
Yes.
So far.
3 of them on the pre-show.
And we're gonna ignore the obligatory fashion file segment. Or didn't I say on SmackDown, we'll see you back in 2 weeks. But, you know what, doesn't matter. Let's get into the predictions. Let's get into the pre-show first, huh?
Yeah, let's do the pre-show. We have The Miztourage versus the Hardys and Jason Jordan.
What a waste, man. What a waste. Putting him in the We got Jason Jordan with his entire storyline. We got The Miztourage. But we got the IC Championship. And we got the Hardys, who could have been the biggest act of the summer had they broken.
Yeah, but circumstances. I mean, the Revival match didn't happen because... Well, one of the Revival is injured.
Yeah.
So,
I was still hoping for Jason Jordan to get his IC title shot, which I pre-predicted.
Yeah.
That didn't turn out to happen. Okay, so what do you got? Also, let me mention this before we're doing this stuff, right? We are keeping score of everything that we predict. For every single pay-per-view, we're doing that since last year's Payback, I believe. Battleground, we started doing the list. Payback, we started predicting.
Okay, yes.
But we didn't start counting it up for the entire year.
Yeah.
So we're doing the season from WrestleMania to WrestleMania. At the moment, I'm up by like 10 points on you.
Not quite.
And like 4 pay-per-views.
Things like 6 points, but yeah.
But 4 pay-per-views.
Yeah, that could be right.
I won 5 this year. He got 1 and we tied on 1. So it's time for him to catch up. But last year, I remember correctly, I destroyed you at SummerSlam.
Yes.
I
destroyed you at Battleground.
Yes, I got like 10 and you got 6, and at Battleground it was the other way around.
Yeah, I got 7 and you had 4.
Something like that.
And the third person who predicted back then as well had 3.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, you probably aren't. You're an asshole for leaving. Like, dude, bruh, man.
I'm also pretty sure he does not listen to this.
Probably not. Okay, alright, that's just what I wanted to get out, because we're gonna have a list of all of this. We're gonna do every single match, we're going to predict the winner, and we're going to do one bold prediction.
Yes.
Every single time, because why not? That's just one prediction that's not necessarily correlated to any of the matches, but it's supposed to be a bold one, so you're not...
Also, they're so bold, we've never nailed any of them.
Never hit one, right? Well, technically, our bold predictions from last pay-per-view still open, because we predicted who was going to attack the Fashion Police.
And that was never revealed.
That was never revealed, because that was supposed to be revealed. But we're probably both wrong anyway.
Yeah.
But so far, we didn't get one. I was close to picking Khali. Like Great Khali's return as a bold prediction. But that would have got me one. But we're not giving points for that anyway.
Yeah.
So let's get into the prediction. Miz Taraj versus the Hardys and Jason Jordan. What do you got?
Just because they lost last time, Miz and the Miz Taraj.
All right. So I got them too. Because they lost on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Right. And who's getting the pin on who?
It's probably the Miz getting the pin, and I don't know. The thing is, Jason Jordan, if you want to keep building him as part of the storyline, you can't really pin him, so it would have to be one of the Hardys.
I'm gonna let Jason Jordan eat the pin, but it's obviously gonna be not clean.
Oh yeah.
But he's gonna cheat, and the storyline's gonna continue between those two, and Jason Jordan will get that IC title shot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pay-per-view at one point, so they just tossed that in there. Maybe they wanted to do it at SummerSlam, but circumstances prevented them from doing that for some reason. I don't know.
They could have split it in 2 matches, being like the Miz Taraj versus
that would be
the
14,
Hardys.
man.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. They could have had the IC title match, and then the Miz Taraj just, helping out Miz. And then Hardy's coming out to help Jason Jordan.
And then restarting the matches, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. and that's how you lose a title opportunity. Okay, next one is criminally undervalued cruiserweight division.
Yes.
Akira Tozawa, who is the cruiserweight champion on SmackDown, apparently, versus on Raw or 205 Live, not SmackDown itself.
Yeah, whatever.
205 Live against Neville. That's the rematch.
So
that's the toughest match.
It was probably great that they did that on Raw because they are not getting the time to have put on a great match on the pre-show.
That's anticlimactic though. SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We've been thinking for the longest time that it would be Austin Aries.
Yeah, but that didn't happen because
things happened. Alright, so who do you got winning this one?
I have Akira Tozawa retaining.
Alright.
And an idea I've been throwing around, although I'm not sure if it will happen, is that maybe Hideo Itami interferes.
Alright.
To cause a DQ.
He does have a match on TakeOver though.
Yeah, so what?
Which is tonight. Sure. I mean, he can do that if he wants to. Is he a cruiserweight? Does he qualify?
Yeah.
Is he under 205? Yeah. Isn't he pretty buff?
Pretty sure he qualifies.
No, I'm not sure how tall he is. Alright, here's what I did to determine the winner of this. This match tossed up a coin. Because it's that tough. But it's a double-sided coin because there's one person that I really wanted to win. So I picked a double-sided coin and said, okay, this side's for Neville and the other side's for Neville. And I got Neville.
Okay.
Because Neville is great.
I mean, I don't disagree, but...
Not saying Tozawa isn't. And I like the Titus brand stuff.
Come on.
As weird as it is.
Throwing the title back and forth within a week. What's the point of that?
Sasha Banks, Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean, the US title between AJ and KO.
I don't know, man. I like Neville. Like, Neville is great. He really is. And they can continue that feud if they want to. I don't know. I mean, it's just as likely that Tozawa's going to win as just make that pick on complete favoritism. To be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah. So, next match, New Day versus Usos.
New Day versus the Usos. They put that in the pre-show, too.
Yeah.
It was the consistently best match on SmackDown Live over the last 2 to 3 months. And outside of Owens and AJ.
Yeah, that just tells you that not a lot is going to happen.
And they tossed it in the gutter. Which means that the New Day will retain.
Yeah, of course.
In my book. So you picked that too?
Yes.
That's sad, but I want the Usos to win still.
Of course.
Happily sacrifice a point for them because we both do not like the New Day. And the Usos are great, man.
Yeah.
Down since day one is age. Ever since. So let's get into the main show.
Yes.
And I structured it that way. So the first matches are just the regular singles matches.
Yes.
First one is...
Randy Orton versus Rusev.
I don't know where they pulled that match from, to be honest. Like, that just started like 2 weeks ago. Rusev just came out on him, and then apparently they're on a feud now. Yep. That's just a card filler. Like, we need those two dudes to do something. Alright, so who do you got winning?
Rusev, of course.
So do I.
Because what's the point in Randy Orton winning?
Yeah, exactly. Also, here's the thing why I got Rusev winning, right? So, remember last year at SummerSlam, like exactly 1 year ago?
No.
Like how Randy Orton was sacrificed to the Brock?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so basically the theory is that him doing that, WWE would grant him basically the next year as a reward because he was a champion in that time, was pretty dominant, all that stuff. That the great Bray Wyatt angle. But that's over now.
Okay.
So him being like kind of like still being rewarded for his sacrifice in SummerSlam, that's over now. So he's gonna be treated like a regular human being again, and he's gonna lose to Rusev because Rusev would look really weak.
Yeah. Also,
really weak.
Like Rusev really could get a lot out of a win over Randy Orton, while Randy Orton would get literally nothing.
Yeah, that would mean a lot more than beating John Cena in the goddamn flag match.
Yeah, stupid flag match.
That was a bit weird. Okay, next match.
Next match is
the Big Guys.
The Big Show versus Big Cass, with Enzo being, as far as I've heard, the first ever heel, the first ever face to be suspended in a shark cage.
Didn't happen that much, did it? Was it? Wait, was Jericho? Jericho was a heel back then, right?
Yes, I think
he was a great, funny, entertaining heel, but
he was still technically heel.
Yeah, and okay, so they're not gonna reinforce the ring for that or anything, and it's not gonna break probably, because if they're not gonna tell anyone about it, it's not happening. It's only we're gonna reinforce the ring. That's when it breaks.
Yeah,
that's when it breaks. So who do you got winning? And after we announce our winners, I got a little bit of backstory to that.
I think Big Cass is gonna win.
Probably.
Again, previous reasons apply. Like Big Show, he's a classic. Yeah. He doesn't need victories. Also, there just is the off chance that Enzo is gonna drop something that, whether intentionally or not, causes Cass to win.
What would he drop?
I don't know. A mic?
The mic. Absolutely. Enzo's dropping the mic. That's what
Quite literally.
That's what I was thinking. He's taking the mic, he's cutting promos up there, still shouting, still rapping, and he drops the mic like 20 feet down. Okay, you know why they're doing this though? The stipulation, that's an interesting story. You know how much backstage heat that Enzo has on him?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
And you know Enzo is extremely afraid of heights.
He was kicked off the bus.
Yeah, he's extremely afraid of heights.
Okay.
Like, legitimately, in IRL. And this pretty much, they're doing this as a punishment.
Yeah.
For his backstage behavior. Because what he's been pulling off...
he's been kicked off a bus.
Yeah.
By Roman Reigns, I believe. He got the mistreatment, as in he has to change in the toilets instead of the dressing room. And now he has to go in a shark cage.
He's got to go in a shark cage.
Afraid of heights.
Yeah. Because apparently
when will they ever stop doing that?
He's been doing some real stupid stuff backstage, right? So, I mean, sure. Kind of interested to see that now. Like him actually being afraid of heights. But wonder how he's been pulling off the boom shakalaka all these years. You know, with Cass being that tall and all.
Yeah, but... Like, that's in the ring as part of a match. Adrenaline's probably high.
Yeah. Like, his adrenaline is gonna be high in the shark cage when you're afraid.
Yeah.
When you're afraid of heights and you're facing your fear, which foreshadowing to our other topic. Pretty cool. Okay.
Although I think that the shark cage, the way they spin it up there, is probably not that bad. I would think
it's safe, but that's not what the fear of heights is about.
I know, but I probably wouldn't have a big problem with that, and I'm also afraid of heights. Not as bad necessarily, but
right. So people who are afraid of heights, they're also afraid of heights when they're actually safe.
I know.
That's just how
very familiar with that.
I don't, but sure. You can tell us about that when we go into the second topic later. Fear heights. All right, you're probably got some other phobias that we're gonna uncover. Next match is Finn Balor and the Bray.
Yeah,
the Bray. The Demon was the cult leader, and he's bringing out the Demon too. I've heard.
Yeah, he did announce that.
It's been like a year.
Yeah.
Last year at SummerSlam.
I mean, come on.
Last year.
It's the Demon. He has to win.
It's the Demon. He gotta win, kinda, right?
Also, like, they have been building up Bray a bit.
Yeah, Bray has had a lot of wins lately.
So,
what do you want to...
Bray does not classically win.
Whatever you want to say, but Bray has had, for Bray standards, extremely successful year.
Like, infinitely more than ever.
He was champion. He won pretty much all the feuds since that. Whatever you want to say about Bray, but he won a lot.
Yeah, so
yeah, Balor.
That's all to build up Balor.
No doubt. That's probably my lock of the day.
Yeah, I can see that.
Pretty sure about it. We might still see intervention by both the club and the family, leading to bullcrap, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Is he bringing out the maggots though?
Also, isn't the family on SmackDown?
Yep. Well, I really people have been moving lately.
Yeah.
And okay, they are rumored to be Breezango's attackers. But okay. we shall see about that. So, next match.
Next match is, oh my god, John Cena versus Baron Corbin.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Corbin better not lose.
Okay, here's the thing, right? I am, as I sit here, one of the 3 people still living on this earth on the internet who actually like Baron Corbin. Matter of fact, he is my favorite wrestler in WWE right now. And I'm gonna get some backstage heat for that. Probably from JJ once we turn this video off. But Baron Corbin, love him. Why is he boring? Why do people think he's boring? Why do people think he's bad? He's great. He is an actual heel. Like he's an actual heel. And he's getting backstage heat on him for engaging, like being mean to people on Twitter. Because he's actually keeping up the kayfabe of being an asshole heel in real life. And then accidentally talks some trash to a dude who happens to be in the military and even like kind of apologizes to him. But for fuck. Alright. So I want Corbin to win this. Okay? I know they took the title opportunity from him because of the backstage bullcrap, and his cash in was horrible. And I do not wish to ever witness that again. And if Cena beats him at SummerSlam and buries him again, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, worst cash in ever.
Damon Sandow?
Yeah, but
John Cena?
But
here's the thing, right?
Come on.
As long as John Cena is involved, you do not want to cash in your contract.
I know.
Because he is the ruiner of all cash-ins.
He was involved in every single failed cash-in.
Every single one of them. Horrible.
He cashed in and failed because of a DQ victory. Sandow cashed in on him, losing the match clean. And now
so what's your prediction of this match?
I'm gonna predict Baron Corbin.
Alright.
Because the whole thing with Cena costing him his cash in, you gotta have him win. Like,
but if he's got heat on him,
either that or he drops so far down the card you will never see him ever again.
And who buries people? Like who does that? Okay, so here's the thing.
He should have learned his lesson though. He's burying people that have good chances.
Officially,
like
I'm predicting Cena.
Okay.
Officially, because here's the thing, right? Here's the best, like, kind of way to deal with that for myself, right? If Corbin wins and I predicted Cena and you picked Corbin, I will be happy about that, 100%. All right. If Cena wins, the bare minimum I get before committing suicide that night is that at least I got 1 point on you. Right? The bare minimum. So, yeah, I'm going Cena. If I'm right, I'm gonna hate the world, but I got 1 point. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna love the world. I'm not gonna love the world. I'm gonna love Baron Corbin because Baron Corbin, man, pretty good.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
So to the title matches, I guess.
Title matches.
So the Raw Women's Championship, Alexa Bliss versus not Bayley anymore because she's injured. Yep. Sasha Banks.
All right, one quick question, right? Both the women's titles, right? Why are they in the main show when the New Day Uso matches and the Cruiserweight match are in the pre-show? I know that you can't have all the women's matches in the pre-show because that would look bad and condescending, whatever. But the matches are so much better in the Cruiserweight and the tag division. Man.
Also,
so much better.
Like Sasha Banks filling in for Bayley, that just instantly lowers the value of the match because that's not what was initially planned.
Yes. Remember how dirty
Natalia doesn't sound that interesting either.
Remember how dirty they did Corbin and Ambrose at Mania when they when they stuffed them in the pre-show, gave them like 10 minutes.
I mean, it's one thing if you have two great competitors in that match, like I don't know, like Naomi Charlotte or something. But great those matchups don't deserve to be in the main show over New Day Usos and Tozawa.
Exactly. Alexa and Sasha on such a stacked card anyway, they'd be much better in the pre-show or like opening, because what you do with those two is give them 5-minute promo segment and a 10-minute match, because those two aren't the greatest wrestlers. But specifically Alexa's a great talker. Yeah. Great talker. Like best like I know we had Charlotte, but probably one of the best heel females for a while.
Yes, definitely really when it comes to promo skills.
Not an outstanding athlete, great talker.
She's not a bad athlete either, though.
Not bad.
Although I guess no one in WWE is really that.
But again, compared to Charlotte, Naomi,
that's
a whole different kind of worms. Who do you pick though for this match?
I've got Alexa Bliss retaining.
All right. So why is that?
Well, first of all, it would be kind of weird to have Sasha win after they didn't even plan her to have her in the match initially. Although storyline just change all the time. Yes, I dropped my pencil.
Stop dropping stuff.
So I think in that regard it would make sense. Right. Also, I don't know why they would give the belt to Sasha again after she had the whole back and forth with Charlotte.
Because the color of her hair matches the belt better than Alexa's color of hair?
Okay.
A little bit. I don't know.
So why is Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown?
I don't know. Well, color of hair.
Yeah, but come
clothing,
on.
Right.
Clothing,
but
right?
they used his jacket to make the Universal title at one point.
Rip Shinsuke's jacket.
Which was also a year ago.
Damn.
SummerSlam.
Time, man.
Man. Right. All the flashbacks. I got Sasha winning.
Okay.
I got Sasha winning because...
Does she get the title, though?
I'm not specifying that.
Yeah.
But if she does, my reasoning would be that that's entering the feud with Bayley.
Yeah.
With either one of them turning heel. I don't even care.
Everyone has been predicting for like half a year now.
I don't even care about who's turning heel in that feud. I just want it to happen already. And if she wins but doesn't get a title, heel heat for Alexa.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. So she's going to come out on Monday night and cut a great promo.
So what do you think? Like, Nia Jax comes out, clogs Sasha?
Probably, like... I'm thinking, okay, it depends on who you want to give the title next. Bayley again or Nia Jax? If you want to give it to Nia, Alexa keeps it.
Yeah.
And someone else, and probably Nia's going to turn face on her. If Bayley, then Bayley's going to turn on Banks. And gives that to her. So either way, I see Banks winning, and I guess I got like a 2 and 3 chance of winning that with all the logical outcomes.
Yeah, there is arguments to be made for her winning the match. That's always a problem.
Right. Let's jump over to the blue brand, still in the women's division. We got Naomi and Natalya. We got the Glow versus Cats.
Yeah, like I don't see Natalya winning.
Not really, but did you see her winning the number one contender match?
No.
So I mean, who knows, man? If they're gonna try to push her again, I don't know. Naomi does make more sense though, looking long term, because Carmella.
Yeah. Right?
Carmella not going to cash in on the fellow heel, probably.
But also, it's probably still going to be a bit till she cashes in.
We don't know that. It just might happen tomorrow on SummerSlam.
Come on, 2 cash-ins in a week.
Sure.
I mean, don't think so.
Why not?
Don't think so.
Well, why not? It just might. I don't know. We'll see. But
yeah,
sure, she might just keep that around. Maybe she'll appear with Ambrose. Not Ambrose, I'm sorry, Ambrose. Ellsworth.
Yeah.
Still associating Ambrose and Ellsworth, man.
Yeah.
That was a time.
I could see her teasing a cash, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Done that before. Yeah, but... Okay, so you got Naomi?
Yes.
So do I. It just makes sense. It's one of those matches. But... They just might swerve us again with this one, just like they did last time.
Yeah.
Never know.
So, back to Raw.
Back to Raw.
The tag team titles.
Let's go to the tag titles. So, it's an interesting one, right? Would you have rather seen this one in the pre-show or the New Day and Uso one?
Oh, it really depends on the outcome.
I mean, they have to have this on the main show just because of Seth and Dean.
Yeah.
Just because of the Shield.
Also, there's so much that could happen with that match.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we could reasonably have new champions.
Yeah.
We could also potentially have, I don't know, Dean Ambrose turn heel and get a feud between those two going.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Could also happen.
That would be cool. But I think I mentioned that to you at one point that if Ambrose were to win, if they were to win the title, that Ambrose would become kind of like the first Grand Slam person of the Shield. Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Because he had the US title.
Oh yeah,
the
right.
IC title and the World title.
Yeah, and Seth did not have the IC title yet.
Yes. So
he did also have the World title.
Yep.
He already had a tag title with Roman and the US title.
Roman wasn't IC champ either.
Oh.
Only Ambrose. Because they were Raw
but every single one of them is missing one title. For Seth and... No, wait.
Yeah, for Seth
Did Reigns ever have the US... Yeah, he had the US title. So, So Seth and Roman are missing the IC title, and wait, you don't even need your US title. Anyways, and
yeah, sure.
Oh no, wait for the Grand Slam you need just
if you want all 4.
Wait, that's how that works, right?
That's tough.
Triple Crown you don't need it, but for the Grand Slam you do. So
Ambrose might just do that.
See, Ambrose is missing the tag title and the others.
And I'm saying they do win it. I'm saying the Shield wins.
I also say the Shield wins. I'm not sure though if they get the belts.
They should get the belts when they win. They just should.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Sheamus and Cesaro are that type of heel guys. Like I don't think the Miz type of heels more than they are. I don't know. It's kind of hard to compare them to, but the Revival type of heels, like Gallows and Anderson type of heels.
Yeah, but I'm definitely saying the Shield
wins. That's a pretty safe pick, and I hope they get the belts too, because that would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns appearance? Sneaking appearance?
Like, just imagine them doing the thing where Roman wins the Universal title, they win the tag title, and suddenly they're standing there with their 3 way too red belts.
Yeah.
And, suddenly the Shield is all kinds of champs.
Sure. Something that I've been predicting for Sanity for a while in the NXT.
Yeah.
But, okay, let's get into the final 3 matches.
Yeah, and back to SmackDown.
Yeah, back to SmackDown, to the match with by far the most potential on the card.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably with it.
Possibly.
Considering the time they're going to get, probably the biggest potential. Because otherwise the Cruiserweights would have... Yeah.
Looking at the card, it's not exactly the best type of card for, like, huge matches.
Yeah.
Like, great 5-star matches. That's the only thing that this card lacks just a little bit. They don't have, like, AJ Nakamura. We don't get... I don't know, AJ Cena, some Balor against someone who's equally as good with the dynamics and all. But, okay, so AJ and Owens.
Yeah.
US title and Shane McMahon is a special guest referee.
Yeah, that's something. So,
Tell me about it.
I've got AJ winning. And that may or may not be due to Shane.
May or may not. That may or may not also be involved in my bold prediction.
Okay.
May or may
More
not.
about that later, I guess.
May or may not. But I'm excited for this match. Give them a half hour, please. Like, we need it. Like, the other matches are so one-sided and, like, good, like, actually good wrestlers and bad wrestlers. Like, specifically the next one.
Yeah.
Give them the time that they need, man. Just give it to them. Alright, so next I just wrote down India versus Japan.
Which is pretty racist of you to do.
Is it? Why is that racist? They're representing their countries, man. Was it racist to do Bulgaria and the United States? Was that racist? Was that racist?
Yeah, but you don't define a person through their nationality. I guess that would be nationalist, but
they're representing their. Is it wrong to be proud of your nation when you're not American?
Is that what you said?
Is that what you're implying though?
I just said you should not just identify someone by the nationality, but just as the person who they are.
No, people who are quick to calling other people racist are usually the racists themselves. Fact. Are you gonna sit for the national anthem next time or what? like, bro, come on. How is that? All right, we're talking about can't hinder the Jinder, can't stall the Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes, we are.
So, give us your opinion on that heated matchup.
I actually am gonna say that Shinsuke is gonna win the WWE Championship.
Let's hope, man. Let's pray to God.
By logical conclusion, also the match, of course.
You would assume, yeah.
You can't really win the title without winning the match.
We do have the Singh brothers, though.
Yeah, so what? Kick them once and they're down.
Drop them headfirst into tables?
And Shinsuke is a great striker.
Yes, he is, but...
He's just gonna Kinshasa both of them.
But that's...
In the middle of the match.
That's all the distraction that Jinder needed so far. Like, remember whenever they did that to Orton?
Yeah.
He just turns him around, hits him with the Colossus, and he still wins. I'm still pulling Nakamura. Yeah. I'm hoping he wins. Really want to see him with that title. He's gonna get a fantastic entrance too. It's probably gonna be the moment of the night, like Nakamura's entrance at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that could be something.
I just wonder how many fiddlers they're gonna have, like in the entrance ramp and all that.
Well, I mean, if we go by the previous pay-per-views, they have been reducing the numbers, actually.
Yeah, but remember his final takeover? Was it his final takeover?
I don't think... What? Did he even have fiddlers at his final takeover?
Maybe not his final, but at one takeover, he had like 20 fiddlers. He had like 20, like 25. It was ridiculous. Like all the fiddlers of New York. I would appreciate that so much. But at Mania too. Gotta stack the entire ramp with fiddlers.
Yep.
Like they did at one point with John Cena. Like 100 Cena duplicates, all doing
yeah.
Yeah, that was a slice out of my nightmares.
Did I ever mention that I'm not a Cena fan whatsoever?
He's burying people, man.
So
you know what? He should inherit the Undertaker gimmick. That is like for real bury people.
So what's probably gonna be the main event?
Definitely gonna be the main event.
Although I think there are other matches that probably deserve it more.
AJ Owens.
Yes.
Cough, cough. All right.
Or even Jinder and Shinsuke, just for the huge pop when Shinsuke wins at the end of the show.
No, it's gonna be the main event though.
Yeah.
It's the Fatal 4-Way.
For the Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar as the champion versus Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns.
Oh Lord. All right. So. Who do you got and why?
So here's the thing, right?
Here's the thing.
The Barclays Center tweeted about Brock being on Raw.
Right.
And Paul Heyman said they were going to leave if he loses the belt.
That is true.
Hence, people believing that Brock retains being certain.
Alright.
Which would, of course, lead to Vince getting all kinds of pissed and changing the outcome of the match.
Exactly.
So I have Braun winning.
Alright. So you got Braun winning and retaining the title. No, not retaining. You gotta get him winning the title.
Yes.
Actually, okay. Braun would be interesting. I would like Braun to win. Who I would like to win even more is Samoa Joe. Though.
Yeah, but I think Braun is more reasonable right now. And then...
Is Roman not reasonable for a title? Never?
In general, yes, but I think that they could really build it as like Braun gets the title, does the whole monster heel thing, and then like Roman conquers him and gets the title at Mania like he was always supposed to.
I'm gonna say you got triple swerve there, and that Bork Laser is going to retain his title.
Wouldn't that just be a double swerve?
Would it be? Well, the first attempted swerve was the we're gonna leave. So that means if like with the UFC stuff, so make people believe that he's gonna lose because he wants to do UFC. That's the first swerve.
Oh,
and then the reverse of that would be the double swerve when he actually did that specifically to swerve you, and the triple swerve is the one that you inflicted on yourself. Like you got counter inverted reverse swerved,
which would just be swerved.
Yes.
Because double negatives.
Yes, but it's 3 different swerves. It's 3 different swerves.
It's all kind of swerve, which is also a WWE Network show.
If you ever played Madden 17, you know what I'm talking about. You don't.
No, I don't.
You do not. Maybe someone did. Maybe someone at some point will, and they'll find it hilarious. Alright, I got Brock. Brock's retaining it. Bold prediction.
My bold prediction is that Enzo Amore is gonna turn heel by intentionally helping Cass out, and the whole Big Show thing was just a swerve, and they're back together again as a heel tag team.
We're still swerving? Why would they target Big Show, though?
I don't know.
Why would they target Big Show?
Hey,
right.
It's WWE. It does not have to make sense.
So the whole thing, like the setup with the injuries and the attacks, all setup? Everything? Everything? They were heel all the time?
Yes.
Corey involved? Like, all along?
Sure.
Wow. Alright, just to take out the show. Like, the biggest of shows, just because.
I mean, that sends a message, doesn't it?
The one person who has no relevance? Come on. Could at least have used
But he's the biggest person in WWE. Except for the Great Khali.
Great Khali, who returned. Yeah, okay. So, they could have at least done it on Gallows and Anderson and then constituted that double turn.
Yeah, but double turns are hard to pull off.
Except for Steve Austin.
Yeah.
But that would have been a great double turn, though.
Yeah.
Would have been great. If that happened with Gallows and Anderson, and they left, like, they were beaten up tomorrow, and then they would leave the building as faces.
Yeah.
Like, pretty sure. Okay, my mold prediction, as I already kind of mentioned, is
Shane interfering in the match.
Shane helping someone out.
It's not technical interference, I guess.
I wrote down that Shane will help someone out significantly to win the match.
Okay.
I'm not, like, okay, here's the thing, right? Is the prediction still correct if he tries to help someone out but fails and the other one loses? That's yours to decide.
Or the other one loses, yes.
The other one wins.
The other one wins?
Or does he have to be successful with his interference?
The way you worded it sounds like they would have to be successful.
Okay, so if he manages to help someone win intentionally, which we will be the judge of that if shenanigans arise, I got my bold prediction correct.
Okay.
So, man, what do you think is more likely? Yours or mine? Tough.
Yours is very likely, I think.
Tough.
But I don't think mine is that unlikely either.
We'll see.
Although it is definitely a bold prediction.
That's bold. You know who's also bold? Big Show and Big Cass, they're both bold. In a different sense of the word. Pretty big guys. Okay, that concludes the first topic. It's been a long one.
Yeah.
It's been a long one. My God. That
just running on the predictions and the storylines leading up to it.
Serves to tell you how long the SummerSlam card is every year. It's baffling. Let's get into the halftime show, though.
Yes.
And you please tell the people what we're going to do while I'm having a sip of Coke, which JJ at one point told me was unprofessional, but I'm doing it anyway. And you know we're not cutting the podcast, so I'm doing it.
Our halftime show this time is us asking questions, and the other person has to answer as the person asking the question would. So we're basically trying to predict each other's answers to questions.
Shadow sip of Coke. Yeah, but predicting, just answering for the other
whatever.
person.
I'm still in prediction mode.
Yeah, you need to switch your brain to the next subject, man.
Yeah.
Who's unprofessional now, you peasant? Alright, let's get into this. Want to start up with your first question that I'm going to answer for you?
Sure. This is about music. We both like music.
Music, pretty good.
And
we had a heated debate about music before we went on the air.
And that does kind of relate to that.
Here's the thing, right? JJ values the Rolling Stones way too much.
So here's the thing.
Alright.
Here's another band that I think you undervalue.
Alright.
And that is Kiss.
I don't undervalue them. They're just not that great.
And now the thing is, who do I like more?
Right.
Kiss or the Rolling Stones?
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna say the Stones just because you've been hyping them all day, but you might be double swerving. Not just might be single swerving me here. But here's the thing, right? If you like either Kiss or the Rolling Stones over bands such as the Beatles, man, you need to give your head a shake, pal. Because the Beatles and you're rating the Stones over them? No way. So what's the answer? I'm saying the Stones. Stones. All right. Okay. So you were trying to double swerve me.
Well, yeah.
Possibly. Okay. Really easy one for the beginning too. Basketball versus baseball. Which one do I enjoy more watching?
I'm gonna guess baseball.
That is correct. And can you tell me why?
I don't know. I don't know sports balls that good. I don't know.
There is no real reason. I just like it better.
Okay.
I just like it a little bit better. I like watching basketball. Baseball, a little bit better.
Okay.
A little bit better. Okay, next one for you.
So, my second one. What is my favorite pizza topping?
Your favorite pizza? Can I pick one single thing or like a mixture of things?
No, like one specific thing that I would...
That would be mushrooms, my friend.
No, it's not.
Is it not? Is it salami pepperoni?
No, it's chicken.
What? What?
It's chicken.
You're putting chicken on a pizza.
Yes.
Over such things as a ham and onions. Like rather than...
I don't even like ham on my pizza.
What?
Onions are great, but...
What's up with this dude today, man? He likes the Stones over the Beatles, and now he's got chicken on a pizza? Man, alright. Dude, you took a hot shower for too long. Alright. Chicken. Have I ever seen you have chicken on a pizza?
I don't know.
Because every time I remember you said pepperoni and like mushrooms and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Has been a relatively recent discovery of mine of a specific type of pizza that actually has mushrooms, chicken, and onions on it. And it's just the best thing ever.
I'll take the onions. I'll take the onions, but like chicken and mushrooms are gross. On pizza, like at any point, mushrooms are gross.
What? No.
Mushrooms are horrible. they're not even a plant.
No, they're not. That doesn't mean.
Here's the thing, right? The thing, right?
Ham is also not a plant. By the way,
the only things that you should ingest into your body as nutrition, voluntarily or not, is plants, animals, and bacteria. Like I'd rather ingest parasites over fungi. Like seriously, like wow, man.
Also, fungi can be parasites. Just say.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like that's the ant example. All right, let's not waste too much time here. A music question for you, and it's a versus Michael Jackson versus Elvis Presley.
I think you're gonna say Elvis.
I actually wrote down that I'm undecided on that, and I admit it's kind of hard for you to guess that, but that's one of the huge questions of the universe all my life. I literally can't decide. My heart wants to say like kind of Elvis from the type of music, but like the better hit songs that I would enjoy more, probably Michael.
Okay.
At least 2 or 3 of them. Love Beat It.
Yeah.
Favorite Michael Jackson song, right? So he produced probably the best songs of the 2 of them, but Elvis, like his style more. Also, he's the king.
Well, you know.
He's the king.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Jackson's the king of pop, but Elvis is the king. Like, he's the king. Okay, you know what? Continue.
So, what is my favorite, and all of those that are left are favorites, what's my favorite wrestling theme song?
Your favorite wrestling theme song. Okay, can I ask you a question about that in reverse? Is it on the WWE main roster?
Currently?
Yes.
No.
It's not. Was it at one point?
Yes.
Alright. Tough. I'm gonna... Alright. Yeah. What's your favorite theme song? I'm gonna say because I want to embarrass you, it's AJ Lee.
No. But that's actually surprisingly close because it's her husband.
It's Punk.
It's Punk.
Cult of Personality. Great song. That's actually one that I would shoot for myself, and I would have maybe guessed it. Cult of Personality. Great song. I might pick either that one, maybe. I mean, like for just music, yeah, that's the one. But like theme song, Nakamura's great.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Pretty good. But yeah, Cult of Personality, I agree, best song. Alright. Not bragging with this one at all. What is my GPA so far out of all the exams and tests that I've taken in college so far? Which I've only had one college term yet.
Jesus Christ, I don't know that.
Just guess.
Like, your average grade?
Yes.
I don't know, like 2.0?
It's 4.0. I'm perfect so far. It was only 2 exams so far, and I just wanted to point that out. Completely not egotistical at all, but yeah, I'm perfect so far. Got the best grades on all tests so far. Just saying. It was just math and English though.
Well, I mean, come on.
Yep.
So it's me again.
Yep.
What's my favorite accessory?
Pocket watches. Fact.
Yes, very much.
Pocket watches.
I thought it was too easy.
This dude got at the room that we're sitting in right now got like 4 pocket watches sitting, and one of them is from Doctor Who, which I know, and one of them, fact, I proved that before on the podcast, and one of them is broken.
Yes.
And he still got it. Dude likes pocket watches.
The worst part is the mechanism is perfectly fine.
Just a shell.
But everything else is broken.
I'm more of a wristwatch guy, but
don't like wristwatches. I mean, I don't like wearing them. It's not that I don't like other people wearing them.
You said it every single time too.
Yeah.
But huge fan.
I just don't like having something like that on my wrist.
Wristwatches, huge fan. You get used to it.
Yeah,
it's like
I never got
carrying stuff in your pockets. Pocket watches, not as practical as wristwatches, in my opinion.
Love pocket watches though.
Okay, here's one interesting one. What is the favorite video that we have done so far on this channel?
Your favorite video?
The favorite video of us.
I'm gonna say your favorite video probably is the tic-tac-toe one because you were the one doing that.
That is actually correct. That is actually correct. And I was deciding between the tic-tac-toe one and my apple worm gameplay, which came up a couple of days ago. But that's really bad quality because it was with the I was one in the beginning. It is a tic-tac-toe one because it has everything you need. I did some work for that. I'm proud of the stuff. It was probably the most educational. Stop coughing when I'm talking. Probably the most educational video that I've done so far.
That could be true, yeah.
It had no JJ voice in it, which is an up.
But the voice quality was shit.
The voice quality, of course, it was shit. I got the bad mic. Well, what was I supposed to do? But it's probably the most educational video I've done, and yeah, favorite video.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably my favorite from the graphics that I made.
Yeah, that's
thumbnail
true.
And
shout out to JJ. He made the graphics for that. He put in all the picture. I did the audio, gave him the audio, put in all the picture on top of that. Pretty good.
I think it was the favorite graphics I made out of all the videos.
Yeah,
so hey,
looked pretty nice. Looked professional.
So here's the last one for me.
All right.
What is my favorite polyhedral die?
What? All right. So we're going back to Dungeons and Dragons.
Not necessarily, but yes.
I'm gonna say 20.
No, it's actually the 8-sided one.
It's the 8. Why is it the 8-sided one?
I don't know. I just really like the shape of it, you know? Which
weird.
is kind of the thing about polyhedrons, right?
That's a weird
shapes
thing. Why is it? Okay, cool. I you know what? I'm a man of 6-sided dice.
I know that.
That's all I like. More than that. Not feeling comfortable with that.
I also have one die with, or I guess technically 2, with less than 6 sides. How about that?
Sure, why not? I mean, the one with the least possible sides would be 2 sides.
That would just be a coin, though.
Yeah, it would be a coin. Even though still that would have 3 sides technically.
Yeah.
But it would have to be infinitely slim.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was referencing 4-sided dice, which are I
guess theoretically it would still be a 3-sided one because you can't really have a 2-dimensional object.
Yeah, but
at all.
Yeah, but I'm saying the actual smallest die that I have is a D4, which is
also,
those are hard.
It's gonna be the longest podcast that we've ever done so far by quite a bit
because we have a long halftime show.
We are approaching. And
the first topic was really long.
We are over 45 minutes, and we are All right. Last question though. Get over with this real quick. What's the meaning of life?
42.
That's wrong. I wrote down football, but you're making a good case. I will let that count. But I like how quickly that answer was too. But I put football. If you want to say 42, I'm cool with that. That's everyone else's meaning of life. Okay. Next topic, huh? No, fact of the week. Fact of the week.
So here's an interesting one. Mm-hmm. And it's probably gonna be the one that takes up the most time out of all the facts we ever had.
Oh, God.
So you know Rick and Morty, right?
Never heard of it.
And you also know the theory that we actually talk about in next week's podcast. We talk about more about Rick and Morty theories.
Yes, we do.
That the episodes Morty Night Run and Total Recall are in a different universe than the other episodes, right?
Well, for Morty Night Run, parts of it, yes.
Yes.
The universe switch happens in between there.
So, the theory that I've now heard, and that's actually pretty convincing, is that the latest episode, Vindicators 3, The Return of World Ender, is also in that universe.
Alright.
Because, remember the appearance of the gear person at the end?
Yes.
So, Rick says about, enemies, people that wanted to kill him, and him smoking drugs with him or whatever.
Yeah.
And it then shows the gear person, who appeared in, I think it was Morty Night Run. Yeah, he appeared in Morty Night Run before. So if they were referencing that episode, logically speaking, Vindicators 3 would have to be in the same universe as that.
Right.
Which would also support why we have never before seen the Vindicators, despite them having had a previous adventure.
That's
and the thing you called out, I think you said in the review, about the potential future of sterilizing the entire Earth because the thing got into the ecosystem would not affect the main universe we're watching. Because it's not in that universe.
Also, they never specifically said... About to say, they never specifically say that Jerry and Beth were divorced in that episode. I mean,
although Beth remarried in a lot of universes,
she did reappear.
What was his name again, dude? When they are in the Jerry daycare, they also mentioned Beth remarrying. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Man,
I don't know.
He's kind of the crafty dude who fixed the television, but he was cool. Yeah, they never specifically mentioned that in the episode. All right. I can see that, but...
Makes no reference to ongoing plots.
Yeah.
Has the one past plot from another universe.
That cut off stuff. It's like, with the Vindicators, it's kind of like Mr. Poopy Butthole. That in that universe has been there before, but apparently not.
So yeah, there is a theory that that's in the same universe, and that's my fact of the week. So
this is kind of so this will be the sister episode to Total Recall, kind of, sort of?
Yeah.
Sure. Alright, that's interesting. Maybe we can do a theory like when we get deeper into the season and more stuff is revealed.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that yet. Interesting. Okay. My fact of the week is that my song of the week later on will be better than your song of the week. Fact.
Which, if it is what I think you said it was going to be, then yes, it is.
Also, my fact of the week is that in case JJ changes his song of the week upon hearing my fact of the week, that fact is no longer true.
I'm not going to do that.
But he'd have to pick from 5 songs of all time, like in general, to top that song that I picked for today.
Anyways, let's get into the next topic. So, you suggested that one, so I guess you intro that.
The thing is that people are, I mentioned that before, right, with the phobias. People are afraid of a bunch of stuff that they have no business being afraid of.
Yeah.
And the main focus isn't even phobias in general, because I think that's just like a learned... It's a learned thing for the most part.
Yeah.
Like when people are terribly afraid of bugs. Like they see like a little bug, like a cockroach or a spider on the wall, and they go nuts.
Yeah, that's supposedly when like your mother screams a lot about that while you're growing up, then you...
And also an uncertain type of thing, because with a lot of those bugs is because they're unpredictable to us. That's what a teacher told me in school at one point when we had biology. Told me that because with those bugs you can't tell what way they're gonna go. They're unpredictable, and that makes them scary because you can't, you don't see their head or anything.
So I was told also in biology class that it is like when
it's
you're
also
learned
learned behavior, because what your parents are scared of, you think that's scary.
Yeah.
Because you look to them as like role models or whatever. All right, so one of the things that let's talk about the phobias first, right? Fear of heights. You said you were afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Describe that.
It just, sometimes when you're high up somewhere and you're looking down, it feels weird, and it's scary, of course.
It feels weird.
Yeah, and it's not like I necessarily, when I rationalize it, of course, I don't think that there's any risk of me falling if there's like a railing or something.
Yeah.
But it still feels like that might happen.
So here's the deciding
despite
factor.
Consciously knowing that it's not the case.
Here's the deciding factor for me, right? When you're standing on like a cliff or whatever, but you know you're safe, but you got this weird feeling, right?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy that, or do you not like that and try to avoid that?
I'm not a fan of that.
Because I actually like that.
Yeah,
it's completely different from me. It's like euphoric. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm a huge fan. And I think that's what the fear is. Like when you try to avoid that, alright, sure, but like everyone gets a weird feeling when they're standing on the cliff, right? Like looking down the Grand Canyon underneath your feet or something like that. Sure, I can understand that, but I don't seek to avoid that because I think that's pretty cool. Also, I haven't really self-diagnosed myself with any type of legitimate phobia.
Okay.
So I don't know if I do have a real phobia or not, but do you have other phobias? Like legitimate phobias?
Well, it's not a really serious one, but I do actually also have a bit of arachnophobia.
So bugs and spiders and all that.
Specifically spiders, right. Which I'm 100% sure is my mother's fault. Because I remember, and I don't remember a lot about being a little child, but I definitely remember like just picking up spiders and not caring.
Yeah.
But now that it feels icky to me to do that, I still don't have a problem that I'm like running away or something when there's a spider.
Because there's people who get like hysterical, and they'll run, like, they'll take off.
Again, it's that same weird feeling when there's a spider where it feels uncomfortable to be around spiders, or to like pick up a spider and throw it away or something.
All right, let's think about how irrational those things are, though. Like fear of heights, it makes sense from an evolutionary point of view.
Yeah.
Because when you're standing on a cliff, you're at risk of dying. And the same goes for all kinds of animals.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because there is poisonous spiders out there. And
exactly.
even though you know that most likely the spider that you got on your wall is not going to be able to kill you, you don't know that for 100% certain. And your instinct tells you to stay away from that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? What do you think more people are afraid of, right? Like spiders and cockroaches? Or grizzly bears? Like phobia. I'm talking phobia.
It's probably bugs and stuff.
Yeah, but what's more likely going to kill you when you encounter it?
Yeah.
Unless you live in Australia, probably bears.
Yeah.
Probably bears.
Also, a lot of people are afraid of clowns.
I know, right?
Which I'm still questioning whether it has anything to do with that being the book, and more importantly, probably a movie based on the book by Stephen King.
You think so?
Pennywise the Clown. I don't know, but like that was definitely a scary clown. I mean,
know
of
that
course,
people,
the movie these days doesn't hold up. It's cheesy as fuck.
I know people get afraid about like stuff that they see in movies, like horror movies. That's how they work, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Because the primary antagonist in that is a clown.
I guess it's just that again, people are afraid of people who disguise themselves. Like you can't see.
Yeah.
If you can't see someone's face, you tend to be more careful and cautious because you can't see their emotions.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
That's the same like when you see someone who's wearing a mask, like a full hoodie or whatever. That's why you tend to be more cautious with that person.
Yeah.
Can't tell their emotions. That's just a natural reaction. Which I guess there's also there's an explanation for that. Right?
Yeah.
So with all those things, what else is there? Like prominent, famous, not famous is a bad word.
More like infamous.
Yeah, phobias.
I don't know, like arachnophobia, fear of heights, those are the big ones. The biggest, more or less irrational one is, of course, the fear of clowns. It's kind of well known these days.
It's irrational, but explicable. Evolutionary.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's the fear of long words.
There is the fear of long words, which that makes no sense. That's a good one. Alright, that it makes no sense. What? Okay, I'm not.
Those are probably simple people who don't understand long words.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bully anyone here, right? But why? Like, what explanation?
What's it called again?
Hippopotamonstroso-equipodaliophobia, which is taking the piss in itself, yeah. But why would you name it that way? If like, could you name a phobia that you got? I'm not gonna name that. I'm not. No, sir. But okay, still, the phobia itself. Why? Like, what reason is there? Do you have an evolutionary reason for that phobia?
There is no reason.
I can't find one. It's like, explain that. What leads
I don't.
people?
The only thing I could understand is like simple and fast communication, because you sometimes might need to react quickly, and you might want to tell someone that something's up quickly. But again, like that does not mean that there aren't situations where you can't use long words. As a matter of fact, these days in most situations,
especially in written form.
I mean, if someone is walking on the street, you don't want to have to scream out 10 syllables. But
of course. But
you know,
should, like, in that case, people who are afraid of the long words should also be afraid of anything like of the length of a sentence or longer, because it's just the time it takes up to pronounce whatever you're gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. That was the only thing I could come up with, and that's not good.
It's so weird. Okay, some other things that people are, I don't know if this is phobias, but people are definitely afraid and concerned about way too much, and this is completely unnecessary. For example, one thing, and I came up with this today, is exams. Man, exams.
Okay,
because I had an exam today. And I remember it, like it's the same in college as it was in high school, but people would go crazy.
I remember that. That's always fun.
And that's the worst thing that you can do. When you're pulling an all-nighter trying to study, like filling your head up, and you're gonna have a headache the next day. You had like a gallon of coffee, and you're like sitting like right in front of the exam room, like 5 minutes before with an open book, like punching yourself in the face, trying to remember every single little detail. that's when you fail an exam. That's when you underperform. Because that's when you're tired.
Or when it's French.
Yeah, when it's French or like that's when we fail. Because that's when you're tired and you're exhausted and you're not relaxed.
Yeah.
And that's what always helped me, because I definitely had better grades on average than most people, and I still do, but I also do study way less than most people do on average.
Yeah.
Did it in high school, did it in college.
But there is no causal connection there.
No, I don't know, but no more than one day before an exam I would even like study at all or even think about it.
Yeah.
Because when you're stressing yourself out like the whole week over that leads to you getting less sleep. That leads to you being less concentrated on other stuff, and all that. That's a chain reaction to you not performing on game day or on exam.
And of course, then you fail, and then it just gets worse.
And then that's when you're bad. So what you need to
then it ingrains itself, right?
Exactly.
It's like, oh, I did all that stuff and it still didn't help.
Yeah, exactly. So what you need to do is counterintuitive, right? Do a bit less. Don't start worrying about your finals. Okay, this is probably horrible advice for people who really need to study and who are different types of learners from me. But I don't think like that's that rare like me, the people that have to study that much.
It's not wrong to start learning early, but it's the thing that you shouldn't do is worry too much.
Yeah, it's not. It's like don't do it religiously. Don't be obsessed about this stuff, because if you start 2 months early, you're gonna stress yourself out every single day. And he did this, he did this, he did this. That's gonna get you into the wrong mindset. And when you like, okay, here's the thing with those people who are sitting like 5 minutes before the exam, still trying to learn stuff. If you don't know it by then, you're not gonna know it 10 minutes after the exam. If you don't know it by the morning of the exam,
that's actually the only time in school when I usually studied. It was either 5 minutes before the exam or not at all.
Yeah, in high school it was usually for me just not at all. Not in college, because you don't really know all the stuff because you don't have to go to all the lectures. And if you've never heard it before, I'll just scam the script, right? The lecture script.
Yeah.
A day beforehand. But that gives me I don't remember like small details, because when are they ever relevant? And when do they ever make up a chunk of the
depends on what you study. Like computer science, like, you need to know every little detail.
Okay, yeah, I can see that, but like usually, okay, let's talk back in high school, right? Like math exams, English exams, any type of exams,
like computer science exams,
history exams.
I mean, I didn't have those, but I could have had those.
I'm doing economics right now, and it's still exactly the same.
Of course, but like, say for example, okay, I'm studying computer science right now.
Yeah. And
I have exams where I have to like know a lot of these smaller concepts. Like there was like one task where we had to like program a thing in SML, which actually we did get an 8 for that, which had literally every single thing we needed for that specific task. But had we not had that so detailed, I would have had to know some of like the commands and stuff that I need, the methods that I have to call upon, whatever. So that stuff you just need to know.
Yes.
But everything has to do with understanding. It's like you don't necessarily need to details. You often can logically conclude the details, like say math, right?
Yeah.
You know 2 basic formulas, and then there is like 3 or 5 more advanced formulas that you don't need because you can use the 2 basic formulas, and then depending on how you put them together, you just have the more advanced ones. That
happened to me more times than I could ever recall, in like all kinds of different like topics too. Okay, here's what you need to do when you're one of these types of people, right? Don't kill yourself over it, because first thing, right, your life doesn't depend on one exam. That's what you need to think about. Even if it's a final, even if you're like graduating from high school,
unless you've got a psychopathic teacher, maybe, I don't know.
And he's gonna kill, you for failing.
Everyone who fails is gonna die.
Yeah, then
in that case, call the cops.
And then call the cops, and your life depends on. Okay. Usually it doesn't. There's probably never gonna be one single thing in your life that the rest of your life will depend on. More likely than not, especially not an exam.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you need to do is chill, like relax, get in there. You gotta be confident and just tell yourself, "I'm gonna do this." That's what I always say. And then we do that. You start believing it too. I may not be the best, like, in preparation. I haven't studied every single detail, but I'm not going to need that 99% of the time. I'm just going to kill this exam right now. And walk in there, be confident, be relaxed, sit down, chill out, and then just do it. Just get in the flow. Just do it. And if you don't know every single detail, you're feeling about it, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Believe me, it works. Because if you're going to be stressed out, adrenaline levels high, it's not happening. It's just not happening. You're not going to feel well on the day. This is bad. This is bad for you. Okay. Another thing that I told you about yesterday is people who are terribly afraid of, like, war.
Yeah.
Like World War III, like the big war. Not necessarily like, okay, Civil War. In America, that's. I'll be a lot more afraid of a kind of a civil war breaking out in the States than like a all-out Holocaust World War III. Because here's the thing, right? If a World War III were to break out, are we gonna die? Yes. But are we gonna suffer? No. So, is there anything we can do about it? No. Can we take shelter or like try to survive? Unless you got millions of dollars in a nuclear bunker? No.
Also, that's the worst thing you could do in that scenario.
What?
Going into a bunker.
Why is that?
Because all of the world will be fucked by that point. You're sitting in your bunker. Radiation is not going to go back in your lifetime, and you're just sitting the rest of your life in your miserable bunk.
Of course, but that's the only way it can survive. You need to prepare, right? You got to have decades of food and all that.
Like, that's not a life worth living.
I'd still do that if I could. I mean, better than dying, but... Okay, here's the thing, right? It's a thing why you should not...
That's another thing, right? People are afraid of death.
Yeah, why? We can talk about that later specifically, but... Here's the thing why... Okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't be worried about what's happening in the world and there's the possibility of war arising or whatever. That it's not good to be ignorant about that. Not at all. But here's a scenario, right? Say there was a politician elected who was going to lead the entire world into war, right? Say someone was running for president. Let's just call them... I don't know, let's just call that completely fictitious person Hillary Minton, alright?
Yes.
Let's just call them Hillary Minton. And say that person were to be elected as president, even though all the bullshit that person has pulled off, you know, and I'm not having to go with anyone, by the way. I'm being completely irrational here. Alright, say that happened, and, okay, say nuclear war were to break out, right? We don't have to worry about a scenario as a lot of Syrians do, or like it looked like in Germany, World War II, or something like that, like ruins everywhere, poverty, you live on the street, you're homeless living on the street. That's what people worry about when they think about war. But here's what you need to realize. In case it happens, which again, you don't have any influence on, and I'm just by saying that I might make people's fears about this a lot worse.
Yeah.
Probably. But World War I took like 5 years. World War II took like 7 years. World War III? 20 minutes, man. Yeah. 30 minutes. An hour if you want to stretch it. Most people won't even know, depending on where you live in the world. Live in Europe. And it's nighttime when stuff happens in America and in Russia. Man, you won't even know. Because it's over that quickly. It's like someone's hitting a button and a couple hours later... all the cities of the world are done for. So, and the chance of you surviving, approaching zero.
Yeah.
So, pretty much, I don't know what to tell, but we don't have to, like, why worry about it if you can't do anything about it? I only see it as rational to worry about a situation where you can still be in charge of your fate. When you have to worry about what am I going to do if.
Yeah, that's in general. Why worry about anything that you don't have any influence on?
Yeah. If
you can't change it, there's no point in worrying about it because it will work itself out whichever way it will happen. Yeah. Independently of whether you worry about it or not. So why worry?
Exactly. Worry more about what am I going to do if someone's pulling a gun on me in the street? Because at that point, what am I going to do? Going to run? Going to defend yourself? Try to reason with them. Okay, I'm not gonna tell people.
Always turn a gun towards the thumb. That's the weakest point. What?
Yeah, exactly. That's or pull your gun, or pull two of your guns, or pull Just pull 2 of your fingers, pretend them to be guns, and then tell, no, you're getting mugged. How does it even work? And, okay, so, swerving off there a little bit. That's more of a worry, should be more of a worry than what am I going to do if the States and Russia and China releases like 10,000 nuclear warheads. Because in that case, like pulling a gun on them won't help you very much. And turning it to the thumb won't either. But okay, I don't want to get anyone like too depressed right now and like too much. Oh shit, my life's over pretty much. I'm not Nostradamus, and Nostradamus was, in my opinion, pretentious idiot as well.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, right? The predictions that can be interpreted as having come true are the ones that people talk about. The ones that couldn't have possibly, and it's like no one talks about those.
The new city will be attacked from the air. Oh, 9/11, New York, World Trade Center. Could mean every and anything, man. What? Dude.
That's like the thing where people are like, the Simpsons are predicting the future, and it's like, yes, they got like 2 or 3 things right, and they got at least 10 wrong.
They got the Donald Trump thing though.
Yeah, but that was parodying the fact that he ran for president.
They got the Donald Trump
back
thing,
then,
and they got Michael Jackson's death.
Which was also inevitable that he was gonna die.
Of course, but that's what they do. They got his exact date though, I think.
Did they?
I think they did. But and I also like.
But again, you're bound to be right at one point.
At one point, sure. Do enough of that stuff, you're probably gonna be right, and no one's gonna talk about those that you're wrong about because you're not gonna set a specific time for that, are you? And then that stuff happens because whenever someone has predicted this and this happening on this day, they were wrong. Like, how many times was the world supposed to end? Hundreds of times.
Bunch. Like, within the last 2 decades, probably at least 3 or 4 times that were major.
On a specific day, hundreds
like
of
Y2K.
times. Dude.
Like, what was it, 2012?
It was the 21st of December 2012.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's not, now it's something the 36 or, man. That, like, the specific ones, probably never been right. And the ones, like, when I don't give a time, eventually something's gonna happen that someone's gonna interpret that way. Same way with the Antichrist, right? Napoleon, Hitler, Trump, question mark. No, not Trump. But they were also saying like
that brings up an interesting point. Why the fuck do people think Hitler is that bad? I'm not saying he's good.
This dude called me racist at the middle of this podcast.
No, what I'm saying, right?
Now,
like if you look at it historically. Alright. There have been a bunch of leaders that have been as bad, if not partially worse. If Caesar. At the same fucking time, you had Stalin.
If you're talking body count, Stalin, Mao Zedong would be number 1. You got Stalin. You got Pol Pot. You got the dude who's like the dude with all with the child soldiers in Africa.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? There's so many bad people. Yeah. Why is Hitler always the prime example?
He's I guess, I don't know, he's the most memorable one. He's probably the most, like, popular, not in the positive way, but infamous, successful one. And probably the most spectacular one.
Yeah, but...
With, like, the final solution and all that.
Yeah, but...
Which I still want that to be a wrestling finish at one point. Man, I've been thinking about an actual Nazi gimmick. I would tell you about that off the air, but that would be funny.
Yeah, but again, like... There are worse examples out there.
Yes, there is that, but Hitler is kind of the prime example, I feel like.
Yeah. Anyways, back to irrational fears.
Back to irrational fears. You was thinking death in general.
Yeah. Because, like, once you die, it's over. Like, assuming it's a quick death. I mean, I don't want to slowly bleed out or anything like that.
Once you die, that's it. Like, time is up.
Like,
lights out.
And even that idea makes people afraid. Like, oh my god, like, how is it so impossible to imagine you not existing?
It's like
before you were born.
Yeah, have you ever worried about sleeping? Like when you were asleep, do you feel worried or something that you might not wake up anymore? No.
Also, literally, like all the time before you were born, you weren't around, you weren't alive. Yeah, you didn't exist.
Nothing happened. So
you didn't feel pain. Yeah, that's what you didn't feel like. Whatever.
You didn't feel anything.
You didn't exist.
Depressed. Yeah. It's like.
And now, after you die, the exact same thing.
It's like to quote Monty Python: "You come from nothing, you go back to nothing. What you lost? Nothing." Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, but yeah, people are. I don't understand that either, but I guess people it's obviously the whole value to your life because you are trying to survive. Right there at this point, you would still choose surviving over dying, and there has to be a reason for that. But that's evolutionary. That's just biological because survival, right?
But again, of
that's
course,
kind of what we do.
If you have the choice, of course, life is usually a better choice than death.
Surviving is kind of what we do.
When it's not in your control, again, like death isn't an inherently bad thing.
Yeah, of course. If there was no death, man.
Yeah, overpopulation.
Just look at Mr. Meeseeks, man. That's. I mean, dude, that's also an interesting thought that they had at one point. The only thing you really need to destroy the world would be a Meeseeks box, and then tell them to, I don't know, square the circle or something like that. Like, tell them to do something impossible, and it's going to turn out like in Rick and Morty, and they will never solve it.
Or they somehow miraculously will, which, I mean, they had an impossible task, which was teaching Jerry golf.
Teaching Jerry golf, though.
And that worked.
Yeah, it's pretty close to squaring the circle. Yeah. Also, mathematical impossibility, pretty much, but actually, Beth taught him golf.
Yeah.
Not even the Meeseeks, which makes me question their ability.
Yeah.
Like, brr. Yeah. Being afraid of death, why? Like, if you do have any of those phobias and you found reviews very ignorant and condescending and mean and all that, let us know, but be respectful about it, and we can discuss that. You don't have to hate on us for the rest of our lives, because that doesn't help anyone. Also, if you're maybe we're gonna do that again. If we want to get into it again, or we're gonna finish it, I don't know.
I think we've been going on for way too long
let's
already.
Not bring it up again and repeat ourselves 85% of the time. Let's get this to an end. So we got one more thing left, song of the week, and mine is gonna be better than yours, unless you change it since the fact of the week.
So I have not changed it, and it's a good song. It's not necessarily one of the best songs, but it's a good song.
What song is it?
And I did pick it just to spite you.
What song
and
is
it's
it?
Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones.
Here's the thing, right? We were at a concert like yesterday, right? Or like 2 days ago at the time of the podcast.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Alright, so they was playing a bunch of good songs, and they played Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. And in my opinion, of all the songs they played, that was the 11th to 12th best song. And JJ would rate it in the top 10 of the songs they played.
Yes.
Which is completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Give your head a shake. Absolutely, because they had a lot better songs. And the Stones, not as good as you think they are. Not as good as you think they are. Satisfaction, like any one Stones song, not as good as he thinks is. My song of the week, top 5 song of all time, possibly. Top 10 song, probably. When we're gonna make that list at one point, which we are teasing in every single podcast right now, you know, probably gonna be on there. More likely than not, it's We Weren't Born to Follow by Bon Jovi.
I don't think it's a top 5 song. I don't even think it's a top 5 Bon Jovi song.
It's a top. Okay, I told you that off the air. There's 4 top 3 Bon Jovi songs. There's 4.
Which that's not how that works.
There's 4 of them, and one of them can't be in there. And it's got, I don't know, it's got a quarter of a chance of being number 4, but it's got a quarter of a chance, no, 3/4 of a chance of being in the top 3.
So, wait, best Bon Jovi song, Have a Nice Day. Second best is probably Unbreakable.
And It's My Life.
And then we have It's My Life.
Those are the big 4. Those are a tier
and then
by
we
themselves.
Have Complicated.
Complicated will be number 5, but it's not the same tier.
And yeah, that's still better than We Weren't Born to Follow.
What? Is it?
Yeah.
Better? No, it's not. No, it's not. Disagree. I'm hitting the disagree button, man. It's not. It's factually not. Go listen to We Weren't Born to Follow by Bon Jovi, and then go listen to Complicated by Bon Jovi. Then come back and tell us that both are great, but We Weren't Born to Follow is a bit better.
While you're at it listening songs, listen to Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, but do that right at the end. Because then you'll be disappointed because you had all that great Bon Jovi beforehand.
But if you're saying that it disappoints, shouldn't it be the first one you listen to? Because then you will go out.
No. I want them to be disappointed because then they will have a stronger emotional connection to agree with me on what I said about the Stones. They'll be like, JJ, what? Man, your song is mediocre compared to all that stuff Alex likes. which is true.
I never said that I disliked the songs. Like, I even agreed that most of the Bon Jovi songs are better than Satisfaction.
True. Absolutely true. But the thing is, the more we hype them up with the Bon Jovi stuff, with the top 4, and then listen to Satisfaction, they will think it's worse than it actually is, leading them to agree 10 more with me than with you.
Okay.
Which is all I wanted to accomplish in my life. Fact. not all that I wanted to accomplish. Your discussion's advice. What?
That's it.
That's it.